y'all. Welcome to Jackalope Tales, Urban Legends in Music, where we uncover, is it real or is it a jackalope tale? I'm your host, Charles Mooney.
And I'm Lisa Umbarger. And Charles and I were original members of the Toadies, and now we're podcasting.
We're spreading the news.
Yep.
We got
the old news, the new news.
It's anything.
All
no kidding. It's all interesting.
Right. We're spreading everything but
disease.
STDs.
Yeah.
We're clean.
That's right. No ulcers. Hey.
Just came back.
I know. That's why I'm smiling extra this weekend. But yeah, we're delving into kind of the mysterious side of music in this episode.
Yeah, we're going to mix things up a little bit. Ooh. And do the format a little bit differently.
Yeah.
So, Charles and I were doing an interview and we were asked about hidden tracks on Toadies albums.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
sure enough,
we talked about that and we got a crazy idea.
Yeah. Well, it's always been kind of fun. Cause I remember when I was a kid, you felt like you were in the inside of the music whenever you found something that was like, ooh, it's backwards, but now I know what it says. Right. You felt like you got that much closer to the music.
Or you looked at that Santana album cover that looked like a wolf or a lion.
Yeah.
And it was actually little faces.
Yes.
Oh, creepy cool.
Oh, yeah. Those were very cool and hard to find back when we didn't have internet.
Right. So you had to figure it out yourself.
We had to work for that. But yeah, so being musicians, it's kind of like we grew up with excited about those things. Why don't we do it when we're in the Toadies?
So we put a few Easter eggs with the Toadies.
Yeah.
The one that's probably most known is under the tray, CD tray sleeve.
Yeah.
It's not tray sleeve, but under the CD tray.
Yeah, because where you take the CD out and it's just kind of that gray, little holder. Yeah.
There is a band photo. Because the record company said, we need to put your picture in this album cover somewhere. And we're like, okay. And we did the artwork in such a way that it was underneath the tray. And our record company did not figure it out till later.
Oh.
We wanted the black trays.
Yeah. Did they even say anything about that where it's like, God damn those kids?
Yeah, they did. Because they did release some with clear trays because they thought we made a mistake and we asked for black trays.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And then we're like, no, black trays. And we put it back. So there's some rubberneck CDs released with clear trays, some with black trays.
Ooh.
The one with black trays have the hidden band picture.
Wow.
Underneath it.
Which one is more expensive as a collector's item?
I have no idea. I didn't even look.
Because, man, I'd be willing to sell mine.
You could probably just put a clear tray.
Oh, don't tell them that. Now it's gone down in value. Oh, God. I had an opportunity. But what was the picture of?
It was a picture that we took. And here's why we didn't want the band picture, because they made us walk around LA and take our picture. We're like, we're from Texas. We don't want a picture taken on the streets of LA. We thought it was really stupid. And we used a picture of us kind of shot up where you can see the sky. So you can't tell where we are.
Yeah.
And I'm wearing a Fort Worth Fire hockey jersey, smiling real big, and I have sunglasses on. And it's just the sky.
Yeah.
Like a Simpsons sky behind.
Yeah. But see, I think there's such cool mystery when you don't have a picture of the band. Because I remember listening to the Pixies Surfer Rosa album. And I don't know why, but I had this vision in my head of like dirty, grungy, garage looking kind of musicians. Right. And I wouldn't have thought, because they were a bunch of like just out of college kids.
Right.
And in those instances, I think a photo would take away.
Right. And you didn't even know a woman was in the band.
No.
Until you read the band members and it said what does it say for Kim Deal's name? Mrs.
Oh, Mrs. Joey Santiago, doesn't it?
I thought it was Mrs.
Oh, I know.
Darn it. Why can't I remember this?
I know. And
it was like
and
Mrs.
I got the album over there.
Mrs.
And I can't get to
Frank Black or something. I don't think it was Santiago. I think it was
okay.
So it was Black Francis.
Yes, but you're right.
And I think that she used Frank Black
as
her husband. I don't know. I can't remember. But anyway, you knew it was a female bass player.
Yeah.
Because it said Mrs. someone. And I thought that was really funny that she didn't even use her name.
But it wasn't Kim Deal. Yeah.
Yeah.
And the mystery to that. I like it. That's cool.
Right. The mystery we can't
listen to the music. Don't look at us.
Right.
Yeah. We don't want to be seen.
And we mentioned that to our record company, to Interscope, when they asked for the picture.
Yeah.
We're like, we really did like that you didn't know what the band looked like.
Uh-huh.
Because who wants to see Badfinger?
Oh, God. Right. The only thing that would have made it cool is for y'all to go to Olin Mills.
Oh, my God.
And have photos done of
right.
Graduation.
Oh, yeah, but I think Everclear put their baby pictures, so they're
that's a clever one,
right? So I think they did something similar. They put like their first grade school pictures.
Yeah, nice little approach to it. But we're calling this one Easter in October.
Wait, what about the hidden track on Velvet?
Oh, that one.
Because you were a part of this one.
Oh no, you're right. Because I mean, it's cool to be able to hide stuff. And let's see, where was it that we put that on?
At the end of side 2.
Yeah.
If you let side 2 play.
Yes. And it's a cassette too.
It's a cassette.
See, that's what was wild about it.
Over.
Mm-hmm.
And if you let it automatically play all the way through.
That's right.
I can't remember how long it takes to get to the track, but we did a cover of What's New Pussycat.
Yeah.
By Tom Jones. But it's like a heavier, grindier.
Oh, yeah.
What's New
Because
Pussycat.
I was doing the row.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, I know, because you don't want that on your album label, because you don't want to be judged with What's New Pussycat.
And we didn't want to have to pay Paul
God.
Anka or whoever wrote that song for Tom Jones. It was super secret.
We were so not into paying people.
Right.
Yeah.
And it was recorded in your game room.
Right.
On like a 2-track recorder.
I know.
So it was really
it was quality. It was that because it was using the microphone we got from Radio Shack,
right?
Where it was the microphone with 2 tips, the singing little microphones, and you just bent them,
right? And
it came out good.
Came out all right. The drums were actually not real drums. It was spit drums through a
Todd's delay pedal.
Yeah, through the delay pedal.
Yeah, because that's what we used when we started practicing without a drummer,
right,
in the band.
So we threw What's New Pussycat on there. So if you still have the cassette Velvet,
oh man,
one of the original ones, not the second pressing, has to be one of the original recordings of it,
right?
What's New Pussycat? You should look for it. It's insane.
Because I don't think it's been even posted on YouTube.
I haven't heard it. I was looking. I don't know if anyone's found it, and I don't know why they haven't, or they heard it and they were like, "What the fuck? My tape's messed up."
Yeah, and see, I've got the cassette, but I don't have a cassette player. I can just look at it.
If I take a pencil and wind it to the end and hold it up to my ear.
Yeah, if you move it fast enough, you can hear it.
One other thing, though, that's interesting. Another Toadies. So we had Andy Wallace mix Rubberneck.
Mm-hmm.
And one of his little studio tricks, which is an Easter egg, is every snare hit, he used a gunshot to make that big snare.
No.
And so it became the sound of the 90s. And I didn't know that that's how he got the big drum snare hit thing until later.
Wow.
That was his little trick, because he didn't give up his trick for the longest time.
Holy hell.
He got paid for that.
Ooh, it was his signature sound.
Yeah, he got paid for having a gunshot on the snare thing. And then it just became part that everyone started doing that.
Everyone wanted that hardcore hit of a snare.
Right.
Damn.
And so he lost his mojo. Because everyone's like, I can do a gunshot.
Yeah, the word got out.
Yeah. Pew, pew, pew.
It's kind of like you saying the CD can have just a black tray put on it. Ruined my whole income. Okay, so yeah, Easter in October. We're talking Easter eggs.
Right.
So, when I started looking at some of the different Easter eggs that are out there were quite a few I was familiar with. There are a few that were like, damn, I didn't know that one.
Right.
But of course, a lot of the Easter eggs they talk about are the songs that had something backwards on it.
Right. And most of those, a lot of people have heard about the backward masking Easter eggs.
Yeah. I mean, you got like some of the classic ones, like because Pink Floyd did a few of them, and they were talking about on the Wall album. It's where the musicians even kind of make a mockery of it, because when you played the backwards on Empty Spaces, it said, "Congratulations, you've just discovered the secret message. Please send your answer to Old Pink, care of the Funny Farm."
Wait, was that one backwards, or was that one when you pulled it all the way over to the left channel?
That one was actually backwards, because I had to Google it, and I found that.
All right, that's cool.
But those are cool, because there are all these different techniques of how they'll hide messages. And another one, the Frank Zappa one.
Okay, that one's hilarious.
Oh, God. I love it that it's for the song Hot Poop.
That too.
And what's even cooler is this album, We're Only in It for the Money, or came out in 1969.
What?
So he was doing this.
I thought that was in the 70s.
Way early. No, it was like his second or third album.
He was always ahead of the game.
Yeah. And
is anyone else is he probably the first person who did this?
I don't know. That would be a good question.
It's got to be one of the first people.
Yeah. But his reason for it was so cool, because he wanted to have a song where it said he wanted to say forwards in a song. Better look around before you say you don't care. Shut your fucking mouth about the length of my hair. How would you survive if you were alive? Shitty little person. He wanted to say that. The record label said no. So Zappa, as cool as he is, put it in backwards on the song Hot Poop.
That's awesome.
Oh, it always feels good to get back at the record label.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm glad that he was fighting the man back in the day too.
Oh God. It's always a good thing to do that.
God, though, that's pretty harsh words for 69.
He did push the envelope. So
I can't think of anything that was that risque, except maybe some blues albums and stuff that were kind of, you know what I'm saying, that right, push the envelope a little bit.
Oh yeah, they'd kind of use the innuendos. Right. They wouldn't say anything like knocking at her back door. Yeah. I mean, it's like, oh, I know what he means. But when I was younger, I didn't. I thought there was a back door. So I went around telling everyone, I'm coming in your back door.
Oh no. And your mom was like, Charles,
where the hell did you get that? And another one I found that was cool. I didn't know about this one, the Soundgarden one.
Yeah. Okay. You told me about this, and I had never heard this.
Yeah. One. It's from their debut album, Ultra Mega OK. And it's a track called 665. And there's this unintelligible yelping sounds, but when they're played backwards, it's a parody of like, oh, the hidden satanic messages that exist. But they say on their record, Santa, I love you, baby. My Christmas king. Santa, you're my king. I love you, Santa, baby. Got what I need.
So we should start adding that to Christmas playlists.
Are you suffering from high-quality podcasts? You see, quality podcasts stimulate parts of your brain, leading to an irksome condition called thinking. But suffer no more, my friend. Introducing Discount Storytime's blend of fictional nonsense and rancid gibberish to provide soothing relief. Try Discount Storytime today. Available on most podcast catchers and at discountstorytime.com.
Consult your healthcare provider before listening to Discount Storytime. Not intended to treat unicyclitis, pickleball liver, or jittering expectations.
So true. I mean, that beat Mariah Carey hands down.
Oh, man.
Santa always had what I needed.
Huh.
Or at least my parents made sure. Yeah.
He ticked off all the things on the list.
Now, and then, okay, so those, I mean, there are so many Easter eggs that are like that, the backwards messaging.
Yeah, hidden tracks.
But the
things.
9 Inch Nails did a cool one.
Okay, this one is amazing. I love the people that are pushing the envelope and not just putting a backward message.
Yeah.
Like the Beatles did, where Paul's dead and whatever.
Mm-hmm.
This is really cool.
Yeah. The it's for, and I had to look it up which CD this was on, but it's like it was, you remember when Downward Spiral came out?
Yes.
And then there were a whole bunch of mini CDs that came out with just like little samples or remixes.
Right.
And this one was one during the Downward Spiral. And the track is called Erase, or let's see, Erase Me. No. Oh,
yeah, I thought it was Erase Me.
okay. Well, that's what he says on the track.
Oh.
The song is called Erased, and it just sounds like weird, dark, which was right for Downward Spiral time.
Right.
But if you had the CD in your player, and you remember the old fashioned CDs where you could hit the fast forward and it sped it along and you could still hear it.
Yep.
When you did that with this track, then the voice says, erase me, erase me, erase me.
Did you find that in real time when you?
No,
I didn't either.
No, I didn't. So, and I think I have the CD. I'm going to have to.
I am pretty sure I do as well.
Yeah.
And I didn't know.
No.
In fact, I didn't listen to it very much because I was just like,
Yeah, the remixes.
Yeah. I just thought I would have it just as a collector's thing and not something that I threw in and listened to all the time.
Yeah, because, I mean, it's just like 3 or 4 songs.
Right.
They were cool, but God, that album was so good. And then Nirvana kind of did a thing just like we did with Velvet.
Right.
Where put that song
at the very end, they leave that long space.
Yeah.
You go to sleep, listening to the album. You have all that quiet, and then it just.
Oh, man. And and what I read too is not because it was on the classic Nevermind album. Not all of the Nevermind albums had this.
Right. I think that's the coolest part. Do you get one with it? Or?
I know. And I've got it and I haven't had a chance to check it yet. I don't know.
I have to try that.
But the song wasn't even credited on the album. And it just came out of nowhere. And the song was called Nameless, Endless. So kind of playing at the very end of it. You were a Velvet Underground fan, weren't you?
I had a little snippet of time where I thought the Velvet Underground were really cool.
Yeah.
And then I got
snippet.
It was like this small little piece of time. And then I was like, I'm bored with them. I got bored with them really quick.
Okay.
But I have this album and I haven't done this yet.
Okay.
So it is the album cover for White Light, White Heat.
Mm-hmm.
And it looks like a plain black album.
Yeah.
Cover.
No, it does.
Pretty plain black album cover. But when you put it under black light, it has a skull tattoo that's on the arm of Joe Spencer, who is a
with Andy
Warhol collaborator.
I know. And it's like it helps with a black light, or if you have a real bright light, supposedly it does it. And that's cool when they start doing stuff with the cover of the album.
See,
and things like that.
That's really cool. I really like that.
I know. It's kind of a cool twist to it.
Right. And Easter egg in the cover is always a cool thing.
Yeah.
Because it's hiding in plain sight.
See, I know. And in fact,
this is cool.
I have this album, but this is Led Zeppelin, In Through the Outdoor. And I mean, I bought this, I think, around when it came out. And I got it at Sound Warehouse when I was a kid.
It's such a cool album.
But it is. And I remember the cool gimmick too was it came in a brown paper bag and they had like 6 or 7 different covers. So you didn't know which one you were getting. But the cool part was, and the band didn't even know about this, but on the inside sleeve, it was black and white. But when you took a brush and wet it with water, you could then go over the different spots and the different colors would come out.
And hidden watercolor.
And I know you asked me, how did I find that out? And I have no idea. I don't remember what clued me into that.
But you went and got a paintbrush at Woolworths.
Oh,
so you can.
And look how careful I was for each color. But my God, I think I was 13 or 12 when I did that. But yeah, so that one was cool too. And the band didn't even know the artist did it. So
see, that's what's strange, that the band wasn't in on it. So an Easter egg that went around the band.
I know. Yeah.
That's actually really fucking cool.
It really is.
Think about it.
And that can't be cheap.
No.
I mean, to throw watercolor.
Well, I mean, maybe it is because remember they used to do it on our cereal boxes.
Oh, well.
So I guess it can't be too
That's true.
crazy.
That's true. God. And speaking of cereal boxes and Easter eggs, did you ever have one of those records? I had a horror one where you cut it off the back of the cereal box. And the cool thing about it was every time you played it, the needle would go to a different part of the song.
Yes.
Did you have one like that?
Yes.
Yeah.
I had an Archie's.
Ah, yes.
And I can't remember. It was like on Sugar Smacks or something.
Yeah.
Archie's song.
Yeah.
What else did I have?
Because mine was a horror. It was kind of like a Halloween one. And
that's pretty cool.
I think it came off of like Count Chocula.
That's cool. I know,
right? That was when you had cool shit in the cereal.
Yep. I wish they would do stuff like that now because cereal is just not as fun. It's like $10 a box. And you don't have toys in it, and you don't have music on it.
Right.
But now, that was the biggest thing. I would sit there with the cereal box and read it.
Yes.
Kid couldn't wait to get down to the bottom because we couldn't dig and get the toy.
I was just about to ask. So the parents didn't want you fumbling for the toy.
Right. So we would eat all of the cereal in one day so we could have there were 4 of us. So we'd all like pour giant bowls of the cereal to get the toy instead of making it last.
Oh, I know. There was that thing where you'd pick up the box and then start squishing it in to try and get the angle right.
Yes, we did that. And we're like, we got it. It's at the top.
Yeah. and with a family of, I guess it was you and the brother and the sister. I mean, 3 of you going for the toy.
4 of us.
Oh, that's right. The other sister.
And the boxes were way bigger back then, so a little 5-year-old arm would have to go all the way in the box. You'd stand on the chair, the table, stick your arm all the way down there.
Oh yeah.
Come out with Captain Crunch crumbs all over your arm.
And then you'd be like, Mom, we need another box.
Right.
Yeah.
And what happened to that one I just bought? We ate it.
It's got arm hair in it.
Lisa stuck her dirty arm.
Yeah, right. She came home from softball. Well, that would make you older, though. You may have.
There was a time where we wouldn't eat it when the toy was done.
Yes.
or to get the music that was on the box, cut it out. And
the cereal would go bad because, I mean, you can only cover so much.
Box.
Because, of course, it had to be the whole bag.
Yeah. It was a giant square cut out of the box.
Oh, those memories are coming back because we did the same thing.
Yeah, and you cut it with a steak knife. I wouldn't use proper tools like scissors. I would get a steak knife out and
cutting into the cereal bag and cereal shits pouring out. Ah.
Yeah, that never got it.
But it was worth it for the toy.
Totally.
Oh, easily. Well, I guess back to music Easter eggs,
right.
But
that was music.
It was. See, it did tie in, but we got more into the cereal.
Totally cereal.
But and then Rush.
Okay, I really like this one.
This is cool.
So I'm not a giant Rush fan. I
Yeah.
do appreciate their music, and I do like that they're very cerebral band.
Yeah.
And this just freaking proves it. Where they hid Morse code in a song.
Yeah. At the beginning of YYZ.
Right.
And it's YYZ is the, what was it? The Toronto International Airport code.
Right. Which is their home.
Yeah. It's like their home identifier letters.
Which that is cool too.
Yeah. So, and it's done in Morse code. Oh.
So it's the bells, the little bells.
Yeah.
Play out.
Ding, 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 ding. Oh, man. And I'd never even known that.
I didn't know that.
That caught me by surprise. Another more recent. I mean, Tool barely puts anything out. An album every 15 years.
Right.
But their album 10,000 Days, if you take 3 of the songs on the album, and I looked, and all the songs are different lengths. But if you start them all at the same time and play it, it becomes a new song with new lyrics to it. And it sounded amazing because that's
so weird.
I know. It sounds like a lot of work.
That's yes.
I mean,
a lot of work to listen to it, a lot of work to make it.
Now it's on YouTube and it sounds very cool, but it's like that's where I'd love to know from them. Did they write a song that sounded like that and then they realized they could break it into parts? Or is this just like some guy
unintentional thing?
But how do you play 3 songs at the same time unintentionally? That's nuts.
Well, I don't know, which leads to the Pink Floyd thing.
Yeah.
Which they say is unintentional.
Oh, yes.
But every stoner says, oh, they did this.
You're talking about Dark Side of the Moon and Wizard of Oz.
Right. So if you start Wizard of Oz, hit play on,
yeah, if you're on
start Wizard of Oz, and on the 3rd Roar of the Lion.
Oh shit, it's the 3rd roar?
Yeah, I think it's the 3rd roar. Yeah. Start Dark Side of the Moon.
Yeah. And they say that things will match up to the film because it's like when on the Great Gig in the Sky, which seems to be big on TikTok, or it was at one time, the lady really letting it out is during the tornado. And then the end of Dark Side, where it's just the heartbeat, Dorothy is listening to the Tin Man's non-existent heart when that happens.
Yes.
But you said you all did this on the tour bus.
So we heard this, and it was before the internet. We did this on the tour bus. So we actually went and bought a VHS copy.
You had a VCR on the bus. Yes, hell yes.
And we did it, and it was fucking uncanny.
God.
We're like, this has to be intentional.
Were you stoned when you watched it?
No. It's not. We might have had some beverages, adult beverages.
Yeah, yeah.
And we were all just like, no way.
And no, who would think?
Believe it.
Yeah.
And we heard this through one of our crew.
Yeah.
Who had heard it, and it was passed down through the music community that if you do this, this is what you can see, because pre-internet.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it was crazy. And then I showed it to other people. I was like, you got to see this. It's nuts.
Oh,
and it really freaking is nuts.
And they have spoken with members of Pink Floyd and Alan Parsons, who produced the album, and they say there was no intention of it.
But there's no way that was such a coincidence with the way it lines up.
I don't know. I mean, and that's what still blows my mind is how the hell would someone find that? I mean, to figure out the 3rd roar and
where to start it. That's why I think it's intentional. And then they let it drip out.
Yeah.
And and they were high when they did it. They made it for other high people.
Yep. It's high society.
Right.
Yeah. But and then we also read where Radiohead, of course, being the ones that are kind of artsy.
Yeah. their Kid A album, kind of like the Toadies.
Mhm.
Underneath the CD tray hid a pamphlet, like a little booklet that has like weird lyrics and strange, just strange musings that are a little bit crazy. I did not get that one. I went back to look at mine, and mine did not have that.
Oh no, it didn't.
I felt like I got ripped off.
Oh hell!
I know.
Well, God, I wonder if it were on a limited pressing.
It probably was the first pressing.
Well, shit.
Right. And I think I got mine. It had been out a little bit.
Yeah.
But that thing sold so fast, that
true. Yeah, because that was right after OK Computer, so I'm sure everyone was on the Radiohead.
Yep.
Oh. But I can't remember when you all played with Radiohead, you said, were they dicks, or did y'all even
No, they were really nice.
Okay, cool. Okay.
The singer, Tom York.
Yeah.
We did make fun of him behind his back because
with the eye.
Well, yes.
Okay.
The eye, but he always was so disheveled, and he looked like a really disheveled Martin Short.
What the hell is that? Yeah. He does look like a disheveled Martin Short.
And every time he passed by, we thought that maybe he was going to clean chimneys, because he just looked always like he's so British, and was just always like strange movements and stuff. And we were like, here comes the chimney sweep.
Wow.
It was just like Martin Short, the chimney sweep. It's a new character.
Looking like Dick Van Dyke from Mary Poppins, and looking
reminds me of.
Dressed like him and looking like Martin Short.
Right.
Wow, the Martin Short thing is blowing my mind right now, though, because I can see that.
Yeah. Even in person, it's even more like, holy fuck.
Well, that's good. And at least they were cool. Because, I mean,
they're very nice.
Because sometimes when they're that artsy, they can come across as pretentious.
They were not at all. They were actually really nice. So it was cool.
It's always good to know when a band's actually nice.
We just considered them Americans.
Oh, you welcome
with
them.
Weird accents. They're Americans. Just ignore their drinking tea and stuff.
And gosh, I mean, and then we were talking about when we would buy records as kids.
Yeah.
And you had the little black label on the inside.
Yes.
Oh, where it'd have little messages.
Right.
To this day, I still wonder who the hell puts that on there. I don't know.
To me, it probably has to happen at the record factory.
Oh, yeah. Right.
I would think that they put this on there, but here's a weird one. The Pussycat Dolls.
Yeah.
Their singer, Nicole, made all the rest of the band members mad. She was kind of a diva.
Right.
And she was pretty much the main singer and everything anyway.
Okay.
The main star. But supposedly the other members of the band were able, in that label, the inside label of the album, to get Nicole's phone number on there. And you can't see it until the 12 inches spinning.
No, what?
Yeah, so
that's cool as shit.
You can see the phone number.
Wow.
And people would call it, and it's Nicole's personal number, and they were calling her.
Oh, hell.
And so it was their little dig to get her back.
Damn.
It's kind of like putting her number up on the bathroom wall.
God.
But they have to pay you.
Yes. Right. Oh,
smart.
We need to find out that number and do a call. I wonder if she's disconnected it.
I'm sure.
I mean, you have to think she would have.
She was mad after the first idiot.
Or if she even knows it's there. Maybe they're all giggling about it.
But she doesn't know how people are getting.
But see, we heard about it, so it's got to be known.
Totally
knows. Yeah. And now I think you have something about someone recent too.
Yeah, so Sabrina Carpenter.
Because I thought Easter eggs were done like in the old days, but they still sometimes do them.
They're still doing them. Sabrina Carpenter, who's TikTok famous.
Oh God!
I mean, how did she get to where she is? I don't even know.
I don't know.
Except I started seeing her on TikTok everywhere.
Yeah.
Like you trying to watch puppies and little miniature cows and stuff. And here's Sabrina Carpenter with their espresso song. And like, who the fuck is this and why is she everywhere?
Yeah, I want to see blackheads pop. I don't want to see
Exactly.
this.
And then
bitch.
here she is with her little lace socks. And,
Right.
So evidently Sabrina Carpenter is heavily influenced by Gwyneth Paltrow. And everyone knows that Gwyneth Paltrow made that stupid candle that smelled like her vagina.
Oh my God.
Do you remember that?
Yes. And now that you're saying
Why
that.
would you want a vagina candle? Why?
I know.
Just like you don't want a butthole one. Don't want no orifice candles.
Right.
Happening. No.
Light up the tuna. Yeah.
She on her pink vinyl release of Short and Sweet.
Okay.
She allegedly added girl fluids to the vinyl.
What?
And it's a pink swirl vinyl.
What?
Yeah.
She used her box butter for the vinyl record?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh my God.
And thank God her original idea for this, because she was going to take it a step further, but this was a Target exclusive release, and Target nixed the whole thing because they have smarter people at the top.
Yeah.
Sabrina Carpenter. But the inside label was going to be a scratch and sniff.
Oh no.
Of the same variety.
Oh no.
Yes. So a vagina scratch and sniff on the inside label. Okay. This is being sold to little girls.
And I mean, and the little needle part that goes through it.
No.
The record.
Yeah. And who wants to bring home something that's going to,
oh my
like,
God.
all the cats in the neighborhood are going to be showing up at the door,
oh yeah.
Yeah, no.
It's like, Mom, the cat's sniffing my record again.
Yeah. The cat put a chew toy by my record player. Yeah.
Oh,
gross. She's
it's
weird.
It's different. I gotta hand that to her, because we had that one band that did Tears into it.
Right.
You had Kiss that did their blood into the ink for the comic book.
But no one puts their girl juices in.
I know.
Well, I mean, not that we know of.
And how much was she able to give?
I don't know. And again, how did this occur?
It's like, did she fire hose it on into the vinyl vat?
And she's like, no.
Everyone's wearing plastic while she does it.
Right.
It's like umbrellas open up. It's like round two. The goggles.
Oh, galoshes on. Galoshes in like little containers. They're trying to catch it.
Oh my God. I guess if she can't control it, it won't go into the vat. Yeah, they have to run around with buckets.
Everything's set up like a Dexter studio set. Like they're trying to catch it.
And there's like a runoff gutter.
Good thing we have a French drain.
French drain. Oh God, that was good.
And the little girls are going to listen to this.
Yes, they are.
And
little boys are going to sniff it.
Well, they won't now because.
True. They took that away.
But you still might, because maybe something snuck in.
Target doesn't let you have any fun.
Still smells kind of. You have to smell it. Does this smell like bleach?
Yeah. Oh damn! Oh, anyway, that was good.
So go get your special Target vinyl with girl juices in it. And I don't even know if they advertised it that way, but
they couldn't have. No, I mean, not for Target.
Target Dot, and the moms are going to buy the Sabrina Carpenter.
Maybe if it were sold at Adam and Eve, they would have promoted it that way.
Dad picks it up and is like. Puts it back in. He's like, yeah, let's get a couple of those for the kids.
There's one in his drawer, his underwear drawer. Oh, now I think the one Easter egg that one kind of blew my mind, but the one that really did was by Aphex Twin.
Okay, this one is way too.
This is like
sophisticated.
scientific engineer shit,
Right.
where his brain is way too.
He's doing too much almost.
Oh my God!
Like he thought this one out. So
yeah. This was the B side of his Window Licker CD, and they call it Formula because actually the title of it is like a scientific equation where it has the weird looking E's and all. I mean, we're not talking 8
right.
plus
It's
9.
a whole formula that's written. I wonder
forever too.
Right. I don't even know what the formula means.
Oh, I found that out.
Did you? What is it?
Well, I'll tell you because it has part to do with the story.
Okay.
It was a hint for the Easter egg.
Really?
Yes.
Okay. So
It's fucking nuts. But, and again, this is another one where you're like, how the hell did they even find this? Because he never made it public. But in 2001, some guy named Chaos Machine posted online that he discovered something with the song. Because the song is well, Aphex Twin, if you don't know who they are, they're kind of ambient, electronic, atmospheric.
Yep.
Very cool stuff. But this one song, it's like it has this kind of ethereal kind of sound, and then just this loudness comes in late in the song. And so the guy claimed that when he ran the song through this software called spectrograph, which takes the audio signal frequency from a song and transforms it into a visual representation. I mean, you could do it on any song, and it's just going to show some colorful, blurry mess because it's translating the sounds visually. But while he was using a WinMP plugin, see, this is getting into all weird shit.
I don't even know what the fuck that is.
It produces a rolling image of the song, almost like when you're watching a song track on a mixing board. And they came upon a demon face that was there where all the crazy noise started. Well, and then another guy saw it, but he was kind of like, Richard James, who is Aphex Twin, is kind of too smart for just this demon face.
Right.
There's got to be something more to it. So he did it, and it turns out that when he started doing the track, he changed the setting. He played around with the settings to alter the appearance of the face. And after messing around with it for a while, he realized that the face displayed was the logarithmic frequency scale instead of the linear scale, which the other guy was using. And it came out as Richard James's face.
That is why so much science.
I know. Now, here's the thing is that the guy that discovered it using the logarithmic frequency scale says that the title of the track, The Long Equation, was a clue to the embedded image as the formula deals with, here we're getting into crazy shit, Fourier transform, a method that converts a signal into a frequency representation and then back again. I'm sorry, but I mean, all I know how to do is play a record.
Let's go back to the scratch and sniff. I can understand that. I can understand the scratch and sniff, but this is like crazy. I also heard that at the end of Window Licker, that he made a beautiful complex spiral pattern. Intricate.
Oh, maybe.
And that people found that first.
And realized that.
And then they started looking for other stuff and thought the equation probably meant something.
Wow. Okay. Okay.
So, the other, whenever you put any kind of music through, you get, sweet little patterns, but it's like an intricate spiral thing.
And what's crazy to think about too is that he couldn't create the sounds and figure out how to make the face. He had to make the face, which then created the sounds.
Right.
I'm sorry, but that's too much science and math.
You know what? I'm going to use the chicken or the egg thing and make some music. I don't know what to use.
Yeah.
The chicken or the egg. Which do you use first? Charles?
Ooh, you got to go egg.
Okay. What's the equation for egg?
E equals
G squared.
I'll throw a squared in there just for safety's sake.
There you go. Use that equation.
But give me my Led Zeppelin watercolors. I don't need a rectograph.
Rectograph, you have to use your butthole.
No, a rectum graph. Don't give me any of that crazy stuff because all I got is a stereo. I don't have anything crazier than that.
Well, one of the other funny ones that I read about, and I saw a TikTok about it. Angus talking about it.
Oh yeah, this is actually what made us start thinking about Easter eggs.
One of the first things that got us thinking was Angus was given the challenge by the band members to write a song using the chord pattern AC/DC.
What? That is cool. That is cool.
And he was like, it's freaking hard to do.
Is it really?
Yeah. So he was like, wow, how am I going to do this? And Angus, he was young when I saw this interview.
Yeah.
So it's fun watching him because he's got a really expressive face, and he looked like a little kid talking about it, like coming up with how to come up with this riff.
Yeah.
And so, for the iconic guitar riff in High Voltage, figured it out, and that is an AC.
Wow.
Right. So that riff spells out AC/DC.
Damn.
Chords.
That's cool. And didn't you say
that?
Yeah. And didn't you say he said it's usually sounds weird if you're doing AC/DC?
Yes. So he had to figure out a way where it would sound okay.
Hell. That's really cool.
Yeah, because he had a guitar and he was kind of like playing his this sounds like shit.
Oh.
So he had to figure out a way to mess with it. And I love that. You give the bandmate a little
project.
Yeah, and say, do this.
Yeah.
Make your face.
Yeah.
Make a picture with your face and then put it in a music song.
Yeah. I think that's cool though. AC/DC did that.
I do too.
And I love AC/DC. Yeah. The old stuff, Bon Scott especially.
I think every band should spell out their name if you have only the
if you have the
chords.
Right.
Toadies couldn't do it.
No.
But
yeah.
Because there's no T chord.
Yeah.
We made one up.
Ooh. Uh-oh. Now you're getting into science.
Right.
No, I'm tired of that.
But yeah, so like the bands that have just ABC.
I think we need to encourage it. Oh,
that would sound like shit.
ABBA. Be a Sesame Street song.
but you do it real low. The low B's that make people poop.
Guttural. Yeah. Everyone be pooping on ABBA. Okay.
And it's the pooping queen. The dancing queen.
Take a poop on me. Good.
Oh Lord.
Well, because
thank God the Kazoo's
I know. We need to figure out some Easter egg Kazoo stuff. What happens if or can you do a Kazoo backwards? I don't know. Would it sound the same? I know you would think.
Let's try it.
I know. We're gonna have to mess with that and see.
All right.
Maybe backward I can reverse it. Yeah. We'll see.
Oh my God. There might be a hidden track on this one. You never know, kids. The hidden.
We have been known to throw some Easter eggs out.
Right. So if you go back and listen to some Jackalope Tales, we have been.
You might hear some Easter eggs.
The Easter Bunny.
Oh yeah, there are a few things that we like to put into the episode, just here or there. Yep. Keep them on their toes.
Right.
Yeah. But this is the Lone Star Salute.
And this is where we talk about 1-star reviews of anything musical.
Mhm.
It could be a documentary, it could be a music video, it could be a recording, it could be just of an artist that you hate.
Yeah. No, we just.
I hate whoever. Insert Bush. I don't like them, and then just go off on a tangent.
I hate Sabrina Carpenter, but I love her
Pink record.
I love her Scratch and Snow. But yeah, so in fact, I happened to find one about Kid A by Radiohead. This review was done by Chris Romano, and it, there's some, it seems like Radiohead's one of those bands. They either love them or they hate them.
It's true.
There's no one, because you couldn't really have a greatest hits Radiohead album. It's like you either love it all or you don't even get it.
Yep.
So, but this guy, Chris Romano, doesn't get it. So he says about Kid A, he titled it Insufferable and Self-Indulgent, and goes on to say, I don't care what any of the diehard fans say, this album sucks. This is the kind of album I would listen to back in art school and pretend to enjoy. If this were their first release, it would have been their last. Letting this trash grow on you simply means you've accepted the idea of lowering your standards. I'd give it 0 stars if I could. So,
shit.
He doesn't like them, and he finds them too artsy fartsy.
Well, I'm going to talk about Radiohead as well.
Yes,
but I'm going to review. I'm going to read a review of OK Computer.
Oh,
and I wonder if that started off the whole OK Boomer thing. We have OK Computer, and then you have OK Boomer.
Oh, maybe. I like that, though.
So this is a review of Radiohead's OK Computer by Carl Pushman.
Okay.
And he says...
And that was a big album.
It was a huge album. And everyone liked it or pretended to like it.
Yeah.
And Carl says, I've long thought OK Computer sucks. Ever since it was released way back in 97. But as a big part of life growing and realizing that sometimes you get things wrong and acknowledging your mistakes, I decided to go back and revisit the record.
Oh, open-minded.
As such, I've been listening to the record again. And after giving it well over a dozen spins, I feel comfortable admitting that after 20 years, Radiohead's landmark, groundbreaking, hugely respected, universally acclaimed, seriously important record, OK Computer, still in fact sucks.
Oh, that's it.
Love it.
That is funny. I mean, he did try to approach it again. Were you an OK Computer fan?
I don't like the whole record.
I agree. I agree.
I mean, some of it I feel it is filler. And that's my one problem with not OK Computer, but Radiohead in general.
Yeah.
I feel like they have a couple of good songs and then they just fart on the rest, as our A&R guy told us to do. It's just it feels fiddly.
Gotcha. Yeah. I agree. I agree, because I mean the hits were really good, and then you got into the deeper aspect of it, and it's like,
and watching them play it live made it better.
I think,
because it's fun to watch them play it.
Are they one of those bands that are better live for you than they are in the studio?
100%.
Okay,
I think.
Yeah,
and that tends to be my go-to if I hate a studio album.
Yeah,
I have always said, well, I need to go see them play it live to see if I really get it.
Good approach.
And that was one that I needed to see him play it live, which made me like a couple of other songs.
I always thought when we were in the band, we did better live than recording.
Yep.
Just the energy.
Yep. I think there are some bands that do better live.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
And then there's bands like Tears for Fears, they're primarily a studio album. I don't dislike Tears for Fears. Live, they suck.
Oh no. Do they
They're
really?
just studio rats. You know?
Ooh.
So
wow.
yeah.
Okay. Well,
Anyway,
stick it to the studio. Tears for Fears.
right.
But
Oh man.
Oh, it's Sabrina's happy ending.
Right.
Yeah. She's dried up. I know.
Oh no. Holy cow.
Oh
So,
gosh.
The happy ending is where we discuss
Kind of what we've
and
gone over.
review. Yeah, review what we've gone over. So I who knows if artists intentionally made these Easter eggs?
Right.
So some of them could be completely made up.
Mm-hmm.
Some of them could be made without the artist even knowing.
Yes. Good point.
So, hide as many Easter eggs as you can in your life. I think just keep doing Easter eggs.
Yep. Keep
Like
decorating them and hiding them in the grass.
Right. Have you heard about people who around their house, they hide little things for their family to find, like little mini babies?
Oh.
So I think we should start doing that for our family.
What?
Like hiding things.
That's not a bad
Putting,
idea.
like, little weird.
Yeah. Freak them out.
Yeah. Little weird things. Like eyeballs. Let's pick something weird.
Oh. I think we could end up
Little
hiding some of that.
spiders or eyeballs.
Yeah.
Because we're getting around Halloween. We should.
Oh. Which we should have a good Halloween episode coming
I hide
up.
cameras around my house. All working.
No surprises for you. Right. There have been those times you told me to leave the room.
Right.
So now I'm wondering.
And then I feel like when the cops came, I was like, it's Easter eggs.
Yeah,
Man,
yeah, right.
I hid
Have an
Easter eggs.
appreciation.
Come on, man.
God.
People were supposed to find that. I was waiting for him.
Yeah. Yeah. So who knows? Did the artist really do some of those? It's hard to say, but at least it's fun.
Some of them, the artists admit it.
Yeah.
And other ones, people have found it.
Yeah.
Or the artist who created the inner sleeve did something crazy. I
Yeah.
love it. I think
Yeah.
everyone should make Easter eggs everywhere.
Yeah. And then it's fun as shit to find
And
them.
I'm going to hide phone numbers in places
Yep.
besides bathroom doors.
I better not be getting more calls. I already get enough.
You might.
But oh yes, those are fun to
Yep.
talk about.
So thank everybody. Thank you for listening. And we really appreciate. Let me start that over.
Yeah.
Wow. Thank you for listening, everybody. We really appreciate you. And please check us out on all the socials.
Yeah.
And follow all the links.
Yeah, definitely. Like, subscribe, rate, leave reviews, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, anywhere you get your podcasts, YouTube, subscribe so you'll be notified when something new comes out because it happens twice a week.
Yep.
Not the full episode twice a week. That's too much work. But
Smaller work.
yeah, we'll kind of do the bonus little teaser and then the main one comes out.
Share with your friends so you can be cool.
Yeah.
Join us next time as we ask, is it real or is it a jackalope tale?
Yeah. You gotta watch for those Easter eggs. Damn bunny. Bunny fucker.